Hello everyone, welcome you all in this session. Kindly confirm me, am I audible? Slide is visible. Those are watching in paid. I hope everything is good. Shall I start the session? So welcome everyone in the first lecture of Capsule Batch, that is lecture first. And in this lecture, we will do module A, half portion. So module unit number 1, unit number 2 and unit number 3. So total 3 units will going to complete in this lecture number first, the demo class. And those are watching this session on the YouTube, I highly request you, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel, and if you feel sessions are helpful, then you can like the session. All right, now, so let's quickly start our session. So before starting, those who are watching me for the very first time, my name is Saloni Gupta, and I'm taking total three papers: ABM, ABFM, and elective. So in elective, central banking. If anyone has chosen central banking as their elective paper, then you can watch my session. Now, so let's start. Total three units we will complete today, and this session will be round about 2+ hours. Now, so what is management? You all know what is management, the basics of management. So, management means what? It is a process of planning, decision making, controlling. So, in management, what you do? You are managing everything, every aspect of your business, whether it is planning, whether it is organizing, whether it is leading, whether it is directing, whether your physical resources, your human resources, your technical resources. So, you have to manage everything. And the process of managing every aspect of your business is known as management. Now, so, and why we manage all these things? Just so that we can achieve our goals efficiently and effectively. Now, according to Henry Fayol, this is important. See, normally in normal basics function of management are what? These are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. But Henry Fayol has given functions of management in some different way. Although the context is same, just the names are different. To manage is to means what? To manage is to plan. Planning stands for plan. Then organizing is to organize. Then staffing is commanding. Staffing or directing is what? Commanding. Then coordinate and control. So this is given by Henry Fayol. Now, next we have features of management. So what are the features of management? Characteristics of management. So it's a goal-oriented process. Yes, every manager has some specific goal, and to achieve those goals, their employees work. Pervasive means it is present everywhere. So whether you are at top level, whether you are at middle or at operational level, the management is required at all levels. It is multidimensional means it is used in people, it is used in process, it is used in every dimension of the business. Now, continuous process, so it's an ongoing activity. It's not a one-time activity. Management is what? It is throughout. It happens. It's an ongoing process. Now, group activity. No single individual can work for the achievement of group goals, for the achievement of organizational goals. Rather, they have to work in a group, they have to work in a team. So that is why it is a group activity. Now, dynamic function means what? See, we know that market is entirely dynamic. Environment keeps on changing. So according to the needs of the environment, the management also have to change its way of doing business. And it's an intangible, that is, we cannot see them, we cannot touch them. What we can do is we can feel. We can feel it. That is intangible in nature. Now, total three levels of management are there: top, middle, and operational. So, operational is known as the lower level management, and supervisory level management. Now, in top, all the chief head officers are there: chief executive, CEO, then CFO, chief financing officer, marketing, technology. So, all these officers would be of under top layer. Then, in middle layer, the heads and departments are there. Heads and departments are included in the middle layer category, like marketing manager, process, operations, finance. And low level manager is these managers, they have to follow all the rules and regulations whatever the middle level managers have assigned them. So supervisors, foremen, clerk, junior managers. And this low level, it is in some of the books, you will see that after low level, there is operational level, and after this, the low level will come. So this is said to be the low level only, not different from that. Now, functions. So total, we have five functions of management, and separate chapters we have for all the functions of management. Now, next important topic is what that is management, thought, and process. See, every manager is different. If I say that the company X company manager and Y company managers, are they both same? No, they both are different. They both will do their operations, their regular work. They both will handle their employees in a different way. So it's about the perception. Every individual is different, so they have different perspective on their organization. So, and for this, different theories and approaches are given. So total we have six approaches and six theories. So if any manager is comfortable with following classical or traditional approach, that manager will follow this approach in his or her business. If any manager is okay with new classical, then that manager will follow all the rules and regulations of neoclassical and behavioral school. So it depends upon individual to individual which perspective that individual is more convenient with. So management theories, these provide different perspective, like how they are framing the structure, what is the structure of the company, how employees they provide motivation to their employees, how managers they provide motivation to their employees, uh, what is the leadership, what are the leadership styles they have adopted, and how decision making process the managers do. So total we have six approaches. So let's start with first approach, that is classical or traditional school. Now remember one thing, in classical or traditional means what? Classical means old, traditional means old, non-conventional. Now, so it means that you have to understand that all this is just the opposite of. So now in this traditional school and classical, we will follow the use of technology. So just opposite, that is in traditional, no technology was there. So you have to understand that it is opposite of non-conventional. It is opposite of classical. It is opposite of traditional. That is technology. So this theory focuses more on structural and technical aspect. So this theory says that if any company, if any business is using the recent technologies, the updated technology, then only the business will increase its capacity, then only the business will increase its efficiency and effectiveness of doing any of achieving any targets. So it basically emphasizes on the use of more and more technology. This is the biggest key word in this classical and traditional school. Now, so what are the features of this? So we have this school says that there should be a centralized system, means the top manager should always be there, and the top manager would have all the central authority, central activity this top manager will going to handle. Then greater emphasis, more and more emphasis on production. If there is any kind of errors or any kind of issues are there, then the managers, the employees, they have to rectify those mistakes. They have to correct those errors. Based on accounting model means if the company has adopted one any accounting model, then company will have to go through that model only. Like if company has adopted for depreciation straight line method, then throughout the year the company will have to follow this method for depreciation. The company cannot change for to written down value method. So that is based on accounting model. Then giving equal weightages to different types of jobs and employees. So according to the job, you have to provide the wages, you have to provide salary to your employees, and you have to provide them equal weightages. Means no biasness should be there, no partiality should be there. And assuming that employees they will retain in your company for a longer period of time, irrespective of any changes which are happening. So these are the features. Now, second is neoclassical or behavioral. Neoclassical or behavioral means behavior means attitude, the behavior of person. So this school of thought has following features. It focuses on motivation. This school says that different person gets motivated diversely. Different person gets motivated diversely means what? Like for some employees, the motivation is different. Some employees will get motivated if you will provide them 1 week leave. Some employees will get motivated if you will give them the tour packages. Okay, some employee will be motivated if you will uh, give him the employee of the month. So this is the motivation level. So every person has different motivation, and their motivation is diversely related. Then communication. So communication, see, communication is the thing that is present in all levels, in all dimensions, everywhere. So whether the top manager is communicating to middle, or the operational level managers are communicating to top, so in everywhere the communication is important. Then teamwork is essential, and it gives you certain approaches, certain thoughts about human relation perspective and psychological perspective. So human relation concept is given by Elton Mayo, and psychological perspective is all about how you are motivated. So for this we have different motivation theories. Now first is Maslow hierarchy of need theory, given by whom? Abraham Maslow. Now, Abraham Maslow says that the individual has to fulfill their needs in a hierarchical order, and that order has to be followed in a sequence, starting from basic to complex. Now, basic is what? The physiological needs. So, physiological needs are the basic level of needs that every human they want, like food, water, shelter. These are the basic level of need. Once this need is fulfilled, now individual is motivated to achieve his or her second level of need. That is safety needs, security needs. Now individual wants a secure life, a secure job, a financial security. Once this need is fulfilled, now individual is motivated to achieve its third level of need, where individual wants to make new friends, family, social groups, their own community. Once this need is fulfilled, now individual wants to fulfill his or her fourth level of need, that is esteem needs. Now, because you have now a good home, okay, a shelter to live, you have a good job, a financial security, then you have your friends, your family. Now you want that everyone should come and respect you. You want acknowledgement from others. You want recognition from others. That is esteem. And once this need is also fulfilled, now individual is motivated to achieve its final level of need, that is self-actualization. Self-actualization means where you can fulfill all your desires. Your last wish, your last desire is to what? Like you want to become a person, you want to become the world's richest person. That is your last desire. That is self-actualization mean. So this is at the phase where like our ministers, prime minister, president. So now this is the phase where everyone knows you well. Everyone gives you a different level of respect. So that is self-actualization. So desire to accomplish everything that one can. All right. And remember in Maslow hierarchy theory, it is in the shape of pyramid, few things. And if you will fulfill your one level of need, then only you will move to the next level of needs. It's not that you have fulfilled your physiological needs and then you are climbing to the directly esteem needs. No, you have to fulfill safety, then love and belonging, and then finally esteem needs. All right. Now, second theory is that is Douglas McGregor X and Y theory. Now, X and Y theory, what it says, see, just understand, like when you were in school, there were two types of student. One student was who was very dormant, who does not want to study, who always comes school very late, who does not complete his or her homework on time, then who always gets scolded by his or her teacher. So this is one type of student who always fail in class. Now, on the other hand, another type of student was who was very active, who every time completes his homework on time, then who takes part in extracurricular activities, or who always wants to become monitor of the class, who is very you can say self-directed. So that is another type of student who always stood first in the class. So similar to these, you have two types of employees, two types of workers in your organization also. The one who are very lazy and who dislike work, that will come under theory X, and the other who is very self-directed, who are very self-motivated. They don't want other people to help in their matters. They can do their work in time-bound manner. They are very ambitious. They are capable of doing any work. So that is theory Y employees. Now, so what are the Elements of theory X, so they dislike work, they are lazy, they are unambitious, they are self-centered, selfish, they avoid responsibility. They are okay if they have fulfilled their two levels of need, that is physiological and safety. Now they don't want to move upward. Now external control, so such type of employees want close supervision from the superior, from supervisors. They lack self motivation, they lack creativity, no brainstorming, no new ideas they give to the organization. Whatever work has been assigned, they will do that work, and that too in a very time taking manner. So that is theory Y employees. Now, on the other hand, theory X. On the other hand, theory Y, if you will see, they are ambitious. They are capable of directing their own behavior. They seek responsibility. They take more and more work. They are very much creative. Such type of theory Y employees, they fulfill all their levels of need in Abraham Maslow's hierarchy theory. They are self-directed, self-controlled, and they are self-motivated. So these are the difference between theory X and theory Y. Now, next is motivation hygiene theory, so given by Herzberg. Who has given this theory? Herzberg. And this theory, the other name of this theory is two-factor theory, dual factor theory, and the Herzberg theory. So these are the different names of Herzberg theory. Now, Herzberg theory says that there are certain elements in the company that will provide you satisfaction, and there are some elements or components in the company that will also provide you dissatisfaction. Now, what are those elements? So, Herzberg has talked about two components. First is hygiene factors and second is motivators. Now, Herzberg says that, okay, presence of motivating or motivation factors will bring satisfaction among employees, and absence of hygiene factors will create will bring among employees. Now, what does these two statements says? These two statements says that if in company motivating factors are present, then they will bring satisfaction among employees. If hygiene factors are not present, if these are absent, then it will create dissatisfaction among employees. Now, example, suppose one day you like okay, every day you are going to your office, your bank, you are seeing your table, your chair, your keyboard, your system, then tea and snacks were offered to you. So these are what? These are your hygiene factors. The salary was coming on time. Now, if any day when you went to your bank and you have seen that there was no table available, no chair was there, the system was in a very bad condition, the floor was very untidy, the salary was not credited to your account on the first day, it was credited on the 10th day. So what will happen? You will become dissatisfied. So every day all these things were present, nothing was happening to you. Neither you were satisfied nor dissatisfied. But one day if these are present, then you have become dissatisfied. So this is hygiene factors. Now, similarly, if there were no motivating factors, nothing was happening to you. But any day, like one day, manager calls you and manager gives you any gift, okay, any recognition that you have become the employee of the month, okay, any prize money. So what will happen? You will become motivated. Motivating factors will grow and you will be motivated to perform better. So this is what when motivating factors are present, then employee satisfaction will grow. Employees will become satisfied. And if hygiene factors are absent, then employees will become dissatisfied. So this theory is very, very important. Understood? All right. Any doubt so far? No. So this is all your motivating and hygiene factors. See, now we are not allowed to share the WhatsApp group. So if you have any doubt, either you can ask in live class or there's a community tab. Okay, community tab is there and where you can ask all your queries and your doubts. So I'll resolve them. All right. So previously we were allowed to share the group, but this time we are not allowed. Uh, where were we? Okay. So this is your motivating and hygiene factors. Now, what will come under motivating and hygiene? Achievement, recognition. If you are happy with your work, then that work itself motivates you. If job advancement opportunities are coming in your office, that growth opportunities. So that is the motivating factors. And hygiene factors are how you're having relationship with your peer members, the company policies, the physical workplace, the working condition, salary, status, job security. So these are what? These are your hygiene factors. Now, next is the quantitative school of management. Now, quantitative from the word itself, it is clear that it includes numbers. Numbers means the maths, statistics. So this method is used to find solutions to any kind of managerial level of problems by using statistical tools, techniques, and mathematical tools and techniques. The main characteristics of this approach are creation of models, theories, and hypotheses. Hypotheses are what? These are your assumptions. Now, after testing, these assumptions may be correct also, may not be correct also. So this you will test, then only you will get the result that whatever hypothesis you have created, are those hypotheses correct or wrong. Then different theories, hypothesis. Then we have a collection of empirical data. Empirical means real world data is collected, like sales figure, the production cost, the customer demand. Then development of different mathematical tools. So may the managerial level of problems are expressed in numbers. Like if I say that sales are going down. Okay, sales is going down. This is your qualitative factor. But how much sales are going down? 10%, 20%, 5%. So that number is what? That number is your quantity. So this problem is expressed in numbers. Then data analysis. So the collected data, it is analyzed using different tools like regression, probability, correlation. Okay, and then experimenting in controlled environment. So all the levels of problems, the solutions which you are finding, these will be tested in controlled settings before applying on the large scale. Like you know that sales are going down. Why it has gone down? Because your employees are not capable enough to communicate with the users, with the customers. So now this is the solution that you have to use it on a large scale. So first you will test in your company, in your specific department, then this you will use for the whole bank. Then testing with changes in variable. So changes in variable. So there are two variables. One is dependent and one is independent variable. Now what is independent and dependent? See, if I say, okay, if I say that suppose a small plant is there. Okay, now how much water you are giving to that plant, according to that the plant growth is there. So if you will give less water, less growth is there. If you will give more water, then more growth is there. So amount of water given to a plant is what? This is your independent variable. So independent variable is a variable which you can manipulate them, which you can change them. But dependent variable is a variable which you cannot manipulate them. So if you will give less amount of water, the less growth is there. If you will give more amount of water, more growth is there. So variables are of two types, independent and dependent variable. So independent variable, we can change it, we can manipulate it, but we cannot do anything with the dependent variable. What changes we are making, what manipulation we are making, we will see its result on dependent variable. So amount of water is an independent variable, and growth of plant is what? This is your dependent variable. So the more water, the more growth, the less water, the less growth. Then development of various instruments, the tools and techniques and quantitative techniques, the things which you can measure them in numbers. So all these are your quantitative school or management science. I hope this is clear to you. Now, next is System School of Management. So, System School of Management talks about your external environment. So, there are two types of environment, internal and external. Internal environment, it includes your all types of resources, physical, technical, human resources, then all your policies of the company, the vision and mission. So, these are your internal. Now, external environment are those environment which are uncontrollable. You cannot control these environment. You cannot control the factors of these environment, but you can control the factors of your internal environment. You can control your policy. If the policy are not working good, then you can change the internal policy of your bank, of your company. If the targets are not fulfilled, then you will take extra time to fulfill those targets. If your people are not working well, then you will fire them. If you need more people, you will hire them. So this is what this you can change it according to the circumstances. But external environment factors, you cannot change them. Can you change the policies that are coming? The RBI policies, the RBI guidelines for the bank, you cannot change them. If RBI has released any guidelines and policies, then every bank they have to follow, either voluntarily or non-voluntarily. You have to follow. So these are external environment factors. So it is given by Daniel Cates, an American psychologist, and Ludwig von, American biologist. Now, main objective was to understand the external environment and how to handle situations, because we cannot control the outside force. We can only handle them well, but we cannot 100% control them. So it is an open system. So these all points are important. Now, next is contingency school of management. So contingency means what? That how much flexible you are. If your one thing does not work, then you can shift to another one. Like if you have made any plans for your company, if that plan is not working, then you can shift for another plan B. Plan A is not working, then you can go for plan B. So similarly, contingency school of management, it basically suggests that the management should see all the factors. Management should depend on the circumstances, and accordingly that the managers should have to change its culture, its work, its method, its ways in the company. So contingency, that organization should adapt their structure and strategies to internal and external environment. So here both the environment I'm talking internal and external, but in System School of Management only external was there. So here how you have to manage your internal laws, policies, rules, regulation, your people, and how you will going to handle your external elements as well. Now, so this it includes the context. Like every organization has different context. Suppose one organization is very large, other is small, other is of average. So organizational size, what technology you have used, how you are tackling your environmental factors, what is the internal culture of your bank, of your company, that matters. Then flexibility. So management practices should be flexible. So if required, these practices, these policies, these principles could be changed if required. If not, then you can follow that principles only. So what works in one situation may not work in another. So managers must be willing to adjust their style and strategies needed. So that is managers and employees should be flexible. That is why we have seen uh, the in features of management that management is dynamic. Then decision making. So how management is taking the informed decision making and practical application. So what you have learned in the company, what ideas you have given, what different suggestions you have given. Now you have to use that in your real life, in your practical, in your professional life as well. So approach encourages managers to analyze their situation, their leadership style, organizational structure, and use it in a tailored form. Tailored form means in their customized form. That this is contingency school of management. Now, this is very important. See, a research was conducted. Now, the research was conducted in two different universities. And who has conducted the research? Obviously, the researchers will do. Researchers, they will conduct the research. Now, on what topic? On behavior of leaders. So this was the research that was conducted by the researchers of different universities, and the one university was Ohio State University, and second is University of Chicago. Now, in both the universities, when researchers have researched on the behavior of leaders, they have found that everything was same. Just the names were different, the way of doing things were different, the methods were different. Rest, the conclusion, the outcome, the result, it was always same. Now, so findings of scholars from both universities, though it is similar, just given different names. Now, Ohio has done the findings on given consideration leader behavior name and initiating structure leader behavior. Now, consideration leader behavior means how leaders they have relations with their employees. If it believes that if there is good relation with subordinates, there is good relation with superior subordinate, supervisor subordinate, worker subordinate, then the organization will move in a healthy manner. So it shows support and concern for people. Now, initiating structure means what is the structure of your company? Who will do a particular task? What is the hierarchy? How you have planned activities? How you have scheduled everything? How you have distributed all the roles and how you have assigned duties so that you can complete your organizational goal, your task. That is initiating structure. Now, on the other hand, in Chicago findings, what was the result? It encourages social interaction. Again, building good rapport and social interaction. Are they both same? Yes, they are same. Social interactions means how you are making healthy relations, empowers people, involves mutual respect and trust. So all the things are same, just the way of saying, the way of explaining is different. Then task oriented behavior. So it also emphasizes planning. It defines priorities, structure, business goal. It also aligns different roles with the task and how one can achieve its goal. If the employees they have done well in the company, they would be rewarded. And if they have not fulfilled any task, not completed work on time, then the managers will punish them. So that is the two different research done in two different universities. Now, next is what? Next is the topic that is TQM. Now, very important. Now, TQM is what? Full form is Total Quality Management. Now, Total Quality Management, what it says? It says that the company, okay, organization is focusing on the quantity, that if we do more and more production, then only we can make the profit. Okay, that is still fine. But in addition to this quantity, one should also maintain quality. One should also maintain the standardization of products. So TQM given by W. Edward Deming, and these principles are also known as Deming's 14 point. Why? Because given by Edward Deming. And in this, okay, total 14 principles are there. Now, 14 principles and 4 elements are there. Now, 14 principles are what? These are the 14 principles of TQM. First is create a constant purpose towards improvement. Now, create a constant purpose means you always have to work better. Okay, don't just focus on short-term profit, also focus on long-term profit and stay successful. Adopt new policy, that company should adopt the recent methods, recent ways of doing the business, new technology instead of following the old way. And old ways are what? That is science, not rule of thumb. Means we should follow scientific approach, not the conventional approach. Then stop depending on inspection. So why it says stop depending on inspection? See, what happens? Company they know that they are lying or they are not focusing on this particular thing or XYZ thing. So companies they wait that when the audit will be done or when we will investigate, then only we will try to uh, make this thing correct. So build quality into the process instead of fixing later. So you don't have to depend on the inspection. If you know that this is wrong in your company, then you have to take corrective actions as early as possible. Don't wait for the investigation and audit. Then stopping lowest bid system. So if you are choosing the cheap suppliers who will provide you the cheap raw material, then ultimately you will not going to maintain quality, because TQM is all about maintaining quality. That's standardization of product. So we should not depend on the lowest bid system. We should choose suppliers based on quality. Then introduction of all-round development, that we should not only focus on one specific area, like there are different areas in business, finance, marketing, operations. So we should not focus only on one single area. It's our company, so we have to focus on each and every area. Then instituting on the job training. So provide training to your workers. If you know that your workers are not that much skilled, they are lacking in this skill, then you have to provide them training. Instituting leadership. So a good leader will always help the companies. A good leader will always move along with their employees. So have good managers, good leaders who can guide and who can support workers. Driving out fear. Now there are some organization like whose managers are very strict. So no employees want to connect directly to the manager, because he or she knows that if I will say, or if I will give my ideas, or if I will give any kind of suggestion, the manager will always find the negative in that also. So you have to make such relations with your employees that employees can come towards you. They can ask anything, they can share anything. So create a safe environment, safe place where people can share their ideas and problems, not just the people they are fear of you. They have a fear of. Then breaking down barriers. So instead, if anything goes wrong in the company, instead of playing the blame game, we should work together for doing corrections. So make teams work together instead of playing blame game. Now, eliminating exhortations means don't just say big things, try to prove them, try to show them. Eliminating arbitrary numerical targets. Now, numerical targets means, see, if we are focusing on quality, if we have to maintain quality, then it needs time. It needs more time to maintain quality. So, if you are focusing on quality, then it is for sure that you have to take extra time. You cannot maintain quality also. You cannot maintain quantity also in less time. So, don't give numerical targets to your employees. It's the concern of quality. Then take them time how much they want to take. So, avoid setting the goals without a plan. Permitting pride of workmanship means let your workers feel proud what they have done. If they have done good job, then show them, or try to include them in different areas, so that they will also feel proud that yes, managers are giving value to me. Encouraging education, that create an environment where people can learn together, they can share their ideas, thought, and achieving transformation. That is, everyone must take part to make lasting change happen. So if any changes are happening in your company, so everyone should come forward and make that happen. That is TQM. Done. Now, learning organization. Now, what is learning organization? So it is a place where employees, they come together, they help in finding solutions of any managerial level problems. Then they give new ideas, they help together, they work together. The goal is to grow, adapt, and achieve objectives. Now, think of it like a school where everyone learns from mistakes and help each other to improve. So that is where everyone should come forward and they should help each other in finding solutions and making the organization grow. So total 5 disciplines are given of learning organization. Now first is personal mastery. Now personal mastery means what? That every employee knows what are the strength and weakness of that employee. So employee should work on the weakness and employee should show his or her strength. So each employee proves themselves continuously without any kind of inferiority complex. We know that not everyone is perfect. There is no one in this world who is perfect. So we should always work on ourselves. We should always try to improve ourselves rather than blaming others that for this was the reason that I could not do this, or that was the reason I could not achieve my goals. So instead of blaming others, try to improve yourself. Then shared vision. So where employees, they can share their ideas, they can share the same goals and vision, because company is moving. Everyone has to move in the same direction where the objectives of the company are. Like all employees work together to make company most customer friendly back. Mental models. So mental models, because organization is one, and in that organization multiple of people are working. They are coming from different backgrounds, they have different culture, they have different belief. So your belief, your culture should not hamper you in this organization culture, because in this organization everyone is working for the same motto, for the same target. So that beliefs and assumptions, these should be open to change. Then team learning. So team learning, employees learn and grow together as team. And system thinking means don't just focus on separate activity on just one function, looking at the big picture. So looking at the big picture means help the organization to achieve its target, not only one specific department or head. So everyone learns, grow and works together to solve problems. That is learning organization. Now, next is business model. Again, this is very important. Now, what happens? See, every business is different. Like if you are having any business, your agenda, your products, your services would be different. You are suppose a service oriented business. You are providing services. Suppose I have any business, I am providing products, the cosmetic products. So every business is different. You are a consultancy services. You are providing consultancies, or you are a type of like the NGO type sort of business. So every business has their different business model. So management of business shall be able to perform better if it's able to understand what is its business model. If you have understood better your business, then the things, the methods, the ways, the different people you will hire, this that you will hire according to your business. Now, so some possible business models are solution providing or consulting. So this is the business which provides the solution to different problems, a consultancy firms. Then profit pyramid model is what? In that you first you will bring the low price products. The products you will offer to customers at a very low value. And then gradually you will increase your product to make it expensive. That is profit pyramid. So first low, then gradually increasing the product. Now, low priced products is known as the penetration pricing. So, where customers are offered at a very low prices, and then increasingly and then gradually the prices of such products will increase. Like the Geo. So, initially it was given to customers as free, and now after that you have to do the recharge of 3 months, 4 months, 1 year. So that is what, that is a type of profit pyramid model. Now, multi-component model means multiple products are provided. Now, this is the model which tells you that you are not going to make, you are not making your profit from your core product. You are making profit from your additional compulsory product, additional complementary product. Sorry, complementary product. Like best example is okay, Gillette and HP is given. Okay, Gillette razor. Now, so Gillette, see, you will buy razor only one time, but you will buy its blade several times. So company will make profit from this blade, not from the razor. Razor are sold at a low price and blades are sold at a higher price. Like HP printers. So printers, you will buy printer, you will buy only one time, but its ink you will buy several times. Your cartridge, you will buy cartridge several times. So company is making profit from ink cartridge, not from printers. So that is the core product is sold at a very low price, okay, at a no profit, no loss basis, and the companies will made money on high end razor blades, means from their complementary products. Because without one, the other will is of no use. Okay, without a razor, without blades, razor is of use, any use? No. Without ink, there is no use of printers. So that is why the companies will make profit from their complementary products. Now, advertisement. So this is such type of model where companies will make profit from advertisements like YouTube, we have Google ads, we have, that is advertisement. Then switchboard model. So this allows the companies to connect buyer and seller. So in between there is intermediary who will connect the buyer and seller. That is Amazon, Flipkart. So act as an intermediary. Then time model is what? So such type of business, they will focus more on R&D. So if any business is doing more research on any product, on any activity, then again it will take a lot of time. And this there are high chances that this product will be successful in the market because more and more research is done. Then efficiency model. So efficiency means this model waits for the market to get mature. It does not offer its product at a very early stage. It waits for the market to get mature, and after that it will offer its product. That is what, that is your efficiency model. Now, next we have that is blockbuster model. So blockbuster is what? It is typically a patent, law, pharma, and film industry. So few products will be provided to you, but at a very big hits, you can say, like pharma, film industry. So products are few. Few focus on few highly profitable products with a star appealing or exclusive rights. So that is your blockbuster product. So relate this with the example of like television example. Then profit multiplier product means one idea, many uses. One idea, many uses means you have seen the Disney cartoon. Now, this Disney cartoon has used its cartoon characters in water bottles, in you have seen in t-shirts, okay, then in tiffin box. So that is what, that is the cartoon characters are used everywhere in movies, in parks, in merchandise means in products. Now, entrepreneurial model is what? That is high risk is there and high growth is there. Means the company is focusing making only profit. So if you will take high risk, then only you will make high profit. So with risk and return theory. So like iPhones we have, that is very risky if it will not, because your cost is already very high, and if this phone is, if there is very less sale of this phone in the market, then what will going to happen? So your cost is automatic or very high. So instead of putting the more cost on this, the customers will also purchase this. So if it does not works well, then you will have to bear loss. So high risk, high growth. And de facto industry standard model is what? That is offer the products at free or very cheap products to gain market share. Now, there are two types of approaches. One is if you are if you want to make high profits at a very initial stage. Initial means at a very starting age, starting point. If you want to make high profits, then you have to sell that product at high cost. And if you want to capture the market, if you want more market share, then for that you have to keep your prices very low. Then only you can gain your market share. So if you want to make only profits, you have to keep your prices high. You have to follow skimming. If you want to gain market share, then you have to sell your products at a low price. So market share you will only gain when you will be having number of customers, and number of customers when you will be having when you will sell your products at a very low cost and later sell your the premium versions of it. Like you have seen the different courses, Udemy and Coursera. So they will provide you one two videos at free at a very low or free cost. After that, when you have seen that yes, this provides a very good course, then you have to pay a lump sum huge amount for that. So this is all about your business model. I hope it's clear to you. Now, next is that is managing the change. Now, managing the change means, see, in organization, if you will follow the old things, old practices, old trend, then you will not going to do, you will not make any kind of new growth in the company. So Heraclitus has said that there is nothing permanent except a change. So we have to bring changes time to time because environment is dynamic, market is dynamic. As the market is changing, we also have to change everything. So either it is new product or it is technology or it is employee management. So every one of them requires changes. Now, so for this, there is change management concept that we will study later. In later on slides I have. Okay, so there we will study. Now, next is impact on environmental sustainability. Now, if we are taking everything from environment, then it's our responsibility that we have to provide something. We have to provide something in return to the environment also. So, how we will provide that? Through CSR, corporate social responsibility. Now, so sustainability means what? That whatever resources you are using right now, you should use in such a manner that it should be available, it should present for your future generation as well. It should be available for your future generations. That is environmental sustainability. So for this, what is the impact of environmental sustainability in our country, in our nation? So for this, 17 sustainable development goals are made. And these goals, they have to be achieved by the year 2030. Now, what is the agenda of these sustainable development goals? That is transforming our world. This is the agenda. Now, these goals, when these goals were made because there were certain goals known as MDGs. These are Millennium Development Goals. And in this, total 8 goals were there. When by the year 2008, these goals have to be achieved. When in the end of the year 2008, certain goals are there which was not achieved. So after that, SDGs was made. And the target was that we have to achieve these 17 goals by the end of 2030. Now, what are those 17 goals? These are your 17 goals. So you have to remember them in sequence. It's not that you will remember goal 1, end poverty, then goal 2, reduce inequality, then goal 3, protect. No, it should be learned in sequence. So from goal 1 to goal 17. So these are all your 17 goals. Now, next topic is what? That is introduction to strategic management. Now, strategic management means what? We have seen what is management, how to manage everything, and for managing those things, you need to make a certain strategies. If you have the target, if you have objectives, now how you will going to achieve these objectives? So for achieving these objectives, you have to make certain strategy. You have to make good planning. After that, you have to organize everything. So strategic management is what? It is defined as the formulation and implementation of strategies for achieving targets and objectives. Now, the word strategy has come from the Greek word which means strategos. Strategos, Greek word strategos, which means general's view. General means common view, common people thought. And Andrew has also given the definition of corporate strategy. So this strategy, it has three levels of strategy. So in that 3 levels of strategy, we will study about corporate strategy. Okay, so this is the definition of strategic management. Now, next we have mission, vision, clientele, resources, and present and future. Now, what are these? Now, every company has their own vision and mission. Now, what is the difference between mission and vision? Remember, mission is it is for present scenario. It is for future scenario. Like your goal is to make your company unicorn. Now, this is what? This is your vision. Now, how you will going to make this happen? What things you will going to add in your company, how you will run your business. So the things which you are doing now at present to make this future happen, so that is known as mission. And your future perspective is what? Your vision. So it's a core purpose that how you will going to achieve everything which will bring changes in future. And mission is what? It is the image of the future direction. Now, clientele, these are all your clients, the outsiders or the customers, the investors. They directly or indirectly, they will also affect your company. So they will also help in the process of building and maintaining strong relationship with clients. So that is clientele, your all the outsiders. Now, resources are what? So for doing any business, you need resources. They will create value in your company. With these resources, you will make your customers happy, you will make your employees happy. And how these will change to maintain and enhance the future. Because resources, we know they are limited in number. So use these resources wisely. And present and future, that what are your present perspective, what are your future, and in future you have to follow the sustainability as well. Now I have added a few differences between vision and mission. Now this is vision is all about future oriented. It talks about why, where of the organization. It is a broader scope because it includes the present plus future. It includes aspiration, that my aspiration is to become this, my aspiration is to make my company this. It follows long-term approach. It is inspiration and motive. Whereas mission, it is all about present, how any organization or banking company is operating currently to achieve their targets in future. It's a, if it is a long term, it's a short term. If it talks about aspiration, it talks about the practicality of the things. If it is broader, so it is a narrow scope. Now, next we have elements of strategic management. So, strategic management has total four elements, starting from scanning to control. Now, one by one, let's do quickly. Now, scanning means what? Why we say now that scan this? Scan means to find the report, to do the proper examination of anything. So, if you are doing environmental scanning, then what are the things that are present in environment, how these things will affect your business. So you will do the proper examination of environmental factors. After that, you know that these are the factors that will affect your goal, that will affect your target. So for that, you will make the strategy, that is strategy formulation. So making strategies are known will strategy formulation. After making, then you will put that strategy into action, that is known as strategy implementation. And once you have put all those strategies into action, when it is already working, after that you will evaluate the things, then you will control the things, that whatever strategies we have formulated, we have implemented, are those working properly or not. If not, then you will take corrective measures, then you will take preventive measures. If it is working, then you have achieved your target. So these are all your elements of strategic involvement. So vision and mission, what the company wants to achieve. Environmental scanning, studying all the internal strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. That is SWOT analysis. So strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Now in SWOT analysis, remember S and W, it will come under internal factors, and this O and T, it will come under external factors. See, you know very well what are the strengths of your company, what are the weakness of your company. Now opportunity threat means what are the different opportunities that you will get in order to make your company more strong, more strengthened, more effective. And what are the threats that you have to protect your company from any danger or threat. That is, these two are outsiders, these two are internal factors. Now, formulation is all about making plans and choosing the best strategy. Implementation is putting that strategy into action, and evaluation and control means monitoring result, checking every time in between you are checking that whatever strategies you have made, those strategies are working well or not. Now, so three different types of strategies we have: corporate, business, functional. So as you can see, corporate is at the top. So top means it includes all the things. So it includes uh, overall activities, all the activities of the company. Then business means it is divided into you can say specific departments, heads. So not specific, it is divided into departments and head. And functional means it is divided into specific activities. Now, if I say that company name is, okay, let's take my name, Saloni Limited Company. Now, this is what this is. I'm just giving you one example to understand. This is corporate strategy. Now, in Saloni Limited Company, you have different departments. Okay, you have product department, you have marketing department, you have finance department, then you have tax department. Okay, this is your business. And in this suppose in this product department, you have one manager for product packaging, product labeling, then product designing, product testing. So that is what, that is more specific. So it's a functional strategy. All right, now corporate strategy is all about decisions taken at the top level about what business the company should be in and how entire organization will grow. Business strategy, it is a plan that how your business will going to compete from the competitors in order to gain market share. And functional is what are the activities you are dividing on the basis of different functions like HR, finance, marketing, production to support the business strategy effectively. So it is more in a specific way. All right. Now, next is the vision and mission of some renowned entities. So at least you should remember of SBI and the PNB because this is directly related to your bank. So that is why do remember the vision and was the mission statement of SBI and PNB. All are important, but at least do remember these two. Now, next is all about pestle. So we have seen the SWOT. Okay. Now we have seen SWOT. Okay. Now SWOT means strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Now one is known as pestle. So pestle is what these are your external factors. Okay. One quick, if I have any page. Wait. Okay. Okay. Business environment is there. Now this is business environment. Business environment is divided into two factors. One is internal factors and other one is external factors. Now, in external factor, it is further divided into two, micro and macro. Now, what are the things that are included in internal? All types of resources, the physical, financial, technical resources, then policies of the company, rules of the company, then vision statement, mission statement, your employees. These are your internal factors. Now in external, we have micro and macro. Now micro is what? Micro is it is for any specific thing, and macro is what? Macro is for aggregate. Like you all have studied in economics, micro and macro. Now micro means what? When we are talking about any single perspective, like income of one individual, okay, income of one market, income one industry, that is micro. But if I say that income of all the individuals, income of the whole family, that is what? That is micro. So in micro we have uh, customers because these are the external. So in external we have customers, we have clients, so then we have investors, suppliers, then any other outside person. Now macro is what? Macro is all about pestle. Wait, let me turn off this pestle. So political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environment. So this is all about pestle. And that is what this pestle is. So P stands for political. So in political, you have policy, law, all the things. Economic, you have interest rate, exchange rate, inflation, unemployment rate. Then in social, you have population growth, cultural, means all the things related to society. Technological, all the new technology, automation, R&D, AI tools, technological awareness, legal, all the things related to law, and environment, the things which is directly related to environment like weather, climate change, policies, the this weather. All this are the environmental part. Understood? Now let's start with the next unit, that is unit number 2, all about planning. See, we have seen in basics of management all the fundamental aspect of management, and planning is what? It is your first function of management. So planning, it basically tells you that what to do, when to do. It is deciding in advance what to do, when to do, how to do, okay, where you will going to do this. That is for your organizational goals. So this is the planning which you will do for your ultimate achievement of your goals. So it is the process of deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, who should do it. So it is one of the function of management. So first function of management is what? Planning, which involves establishing goals, setting objectives, defining methods, and how these goals are achieved. So a proper plan you will make to achieve these goals. So what are the steps? in planning. So first you have the opportunity. Opportunity means first you will see that okay, we can launch this product. Like your planning is to launch any product. This is the first thought which came into your mind. Now this is the opportunity for you, that if I will launch the product, I will make more profit from this product. So now you will find possible chances for growth or improvement. Okay, so launching a product is what, that is one growth and improvement for your company. Checking which opportunities are beneficial and which to use. After that, you will set the objectives. You know that your objective is to launch a product. So for that, you have to manufacture one product. In manufacturing, you need raw materials, you need the conversion factor, work in progress, then sales would be there, debtors would be there. So all these things you need to make a product. Then once a product is ready, then you need to do the proper packaging, you need to label that product, you need to do advertisement for that, you need to do you need to make public relations for that product, and ultimately that product will be ready for the sale in the market. So objective establishment is what, that you will frame objectives. These objectives will decide where you have to go, your direction, and for that you will develop premises. So premises are what, again these are the assumptions that you are making any product. Now you have assumed that okay, I will make this product for the teenagers, or I will make this product for the old people, that could serve the needs for the old people. So these are the assumptions that you will make. You are thinking that okay, in this condition, this type of product will work, or this is the best location where I can where I can sell my product. So that is, you will make predictions, basic policies, and existing plans. So these assumptions act as the foundation for planning decision. So in developing premises, different decisions you will make. The foundation decisions, then the secondary decisions. So foundation is what, launching your product. Secondary decision, for launching this product, you need the logistics, you need transport, you need testing in laboratories, all these things. So these are the secondary premises that will help that will help your primary premises to work. Then you will identify alternatives, so listing all possible ways to achieve your objectives, finding the best solution that you can follow and you can work on that product. Now, after identifying objectives, you will evaluate which objective is best for you, which alternative is best for you. Like for launching the product, you are thinking that okay, for teenagers, I will launch the product. Now, teenager, like from 12 to 20. So, which age group this product will support more? So 16, 17 age group, it will support more. So that is what, first if you have identified the alternatives, then you will check that this alternative will work or not. So you will use your budget, your cost, your tools. You will analyze all the risk, that whether this will work in such kind of controlled environment or not. Then selecting the best alternatives. So choosing the most suitable and effective option that will work for your plan. After that, you will make the derivatives plan. So supporting plans means in launching the product, HR, or you need HR also, you need finance also, you need the help of marketing also to make that main plan happen. And at last, once the plan is made, you have implemented the plans. Now you will do the final review of plan. That my product is already already manufactured. Now I have to launch this product. It has been launched also. Now what are the customers' reaction? So you will review your plan. You will check the progress regularly to see that if things are working as expected or not. So you have expected it that you will do sale this time 10% more. So is your sale increased by 10% or not? So that is, you will review your final plan. Now, in making the plans, in setting goals for your company, so you should have to ensure that your goals should be smart. Now, smart means what? It is specific. Specific means to the point. You are fulfilling your company's need and demand, not other companies' need and demand. So you have to make your products according to your company, according to your customers. Then it must be measurable, that you can measure it in numbers and quantity. Achievable, that the goals should be achievable. If you have set any goal, it's not any illogical things or any illogical goal that you cannot achieve it. Okay, if I say that go and bring down the stars and moons from the sky. So is it possible? Is it possible for you to do that? No. So these are illogical things. These are illogical goals. You cannot do this. So that is why it should be achievable. Realistic means it should be real. That should be related to your business, your target. And timely means that is in a time bound manner. If I have made any goal, so it's not that that goal is so you are working on that goal for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 years. No. If time bound is 6 months, you have to complete, achieve your targets in 6 months, in 7 months, in 10 months, in 12 months. That should be time bound. Now, next topic is what? That is management by objective. Now, management by objective, in short, it is said as MBO. Given by whom? Given by Peter F. Drucker, where this term was first appeared in the book Practice of Management and it was published in 1954. Now, what does this management by objective say? See, suppose if any, like, okay, you have a bakery shop. Now, suppose one day the order came that you have to make, okay, 500 pastries you have to make. This is the order for any birthday party. 500 pastries you have to make extra. Now, so if you have got this order and it's very urgent, you have to deliver this next day. Means next day in the evening. Order came in the morning. Now, so you only tell me if such type of order comes and if you will go to your employees and say that, okay, we have this order, we have to complete this order by the and by tomorrow by the EOD. Now you only tell me, will your employees be ready for such orders? If anyone wishes to do, still that person will not going to do. Why? Because you are simply you are coming and giving orders that we have to complete this. No matter you have to work day and night, no matter you are ill or not, I have to get my work done means done. If such kind of attitude your manager is having, then if you wish, if you want, still you will not going to do. But if the manager comes, manager says that, okay, see, this is the order we have received. It's very urgent. Can we complete this order? Can we work one day extra? Or can we work one night extra to complete this order? It's very urgent for me. If manager comes and manager requests to you, then if you're not okay with that, if you don't want to work night at night, but still you will feel that okay, manager is requesting, let's do it. So this is what this is management by objective. So both managers and employees they have to together take decision on the matter. If only manager is giving orders to the employees, then employees they will not going to do your work. So it management by objective aims to improve the performance of organization by clearly defining objectives that are agreed by both manager and employees. So if both employees and managers are agreed on any matter, then only that would be followed. So this focus on organizational goals by setting a benchmark. Now, benchmark was 500 pastries. So both management and employees work together to fulfill the same mission and have clear intention. So that is MBO. And in MBO, there is one more term, not in this. Apart from this, there is term known as management by exception. Now, what is this management by exception? It says that managers need not to focus on all the activities that are happening in the company. Manager, if the manager is there, if CEO is there, if CFO is there, so manager have to focus only on core activities. Because for rest of the activities, managers are having their middle level people, their low level people. So they can handle the rest of the work. Manager should only focus on the core activities. That is management by exception. All right. Now, next we have that is components of planning. Now, components of planning means what are the different elements of planning. So in planning, we have objectives, we have policies, we have proper procedure, proper method that these are the ways that you have to follow. In this sequence, you have to complete everything. Now, methods, then finance. So the budget is decided that we have our budget is 50 lakh. We have to complete this target. We have to achieve these goals in between 15, within 50 lakhs only. proper time schedule, time bound is given, the deadlines are given to you. Then what is the mission and vision of the company? Accordingly that you will do the planning. SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat, and last is management. If your managers are good, if your management is good, then management will also help you to achieve the goals. Management will not put burden on you. So that is good leadership skills the manager should also have. Now, next is environmental analysis. So, environmental analysis is the same thing which we have done, that you have to examine all your internal and external factors before taking any decision, before working on any goals. So, it refers to the process of examining all factors, both internal and external, that have impact on the performance of organization. So, it can be done directly or indirectly, because customers, suppliers, and competitors are what? These are your external factors. So, these can impact directly and indirectly to your company. So in environmental analysis, first we will identify the pattern, we will determine the effect, what are the things that may affect our company, that may affect our bank, that may affect our goals. After that, we will do the examination of that, we will do the environmental scanning, we will find out the result, we will gather information for our activity. After that, we will analyze. Analyze means we will check what is happening internally, what is happening externally, who are our competitors, who are our suppliers, who are our consumers, the final user. And at last, we will forecast, we will make predictions, we will examine everything, our strategies. That is forecasting. Now, next one term is there in internal analysis tools. There is one term known as gap analysis. Now, gap analysis means what? Finding the gap between your current performance and the things which you have set for your company. Like you have set the target that by the end of this month, you have to prepare 5,000 units. But currently, how much you have prepared? You have only prepared 2,500. Means the not two, let's take it 3,000. Okay. So now you are working on 3,000 and your target is what? 5,000 units. So it is the assessment of your current performance. Current performance is 3,000, and identifying the difference between your current state of business and where you would like to be. Now your target was how much? 5,000. So that is what? That is the gap analysis. So the difference between these two is what? Gap analysis. Where you are and where you would like to be. Where are we now? Where we would like to be? How we can get there? So this is the questions, and you will have to answer these questions. And this is known as gap analysis. So how much gap is there, and we have to fulfill that gap. Now, so in internal environment analysis, what are the things included? Like I have told you, physical resources, plant and machinery, technology, financial resources, then network, then strategic, your assets, your liabilities. All these are what? These are your internal environment factors. Then your contacts with outside organization, intangible assets, human resource. So these are the culture, the values, the traditions. So these are internal environment. Now, similar to this, we have external environment, that is all about fiscal. So some more things are included: political stability, corruption. This we have already done. So later on, you all can download and go through once again. Download the PDF. So I will upload the PDF on the paid classes as well as on the YouTube after the session gets over. SWOT analysis, we have seen the strength and weaknesses, means what are the things your company does well. Qualities that separate you from your competitors. Like your company is having skilled laborers, but the other company, the competitor, is not having the skilled laborers. They are having more money, but you are having more skilled laborers. Your internal resources, such as skilled and knowledgeable staff, you are having intellectual property, the intangible assets, you are having more in numbers. Other companies having tangible assets more in number. Now, what are the weakness? Things that your company lacks, things your competitor do better than you. Resource limitation. You have not acquired resources properly. And if there is unclarity in USP, what is your USP? Now, opportunities, what are the opportunities you get and how you will grab those opportunities? Like undeserved markets are there for specific products. If there are only few competitors in your area and the product which you have launched, it caters only to specific ones and you have only launched that product, emerging needs of your product and services, and if your media is covering your company, media coverage is there. So these are the opportunities. Now, threats are what? More and more competitors are there in your area. Every time the policies, the laws are changing, the media is covering the negative press and media coverage is there. And if the change, the taste and preference of consumers are changing, the changing customer attitudes towards your company. So previously your customers were purchasing your product, but now they are not purchasing your product. Why? Because their taste and preference have been changed. So the other company is offering more better products. So these are what? These are some threats and dangerous signals. Now, next we have contingency planning. So contingency plans means what? If your one plan does not work, then you can move to your next plan. So it is the management tool that helps organization to prepare for emergencies. Emergencies means that we should always keep extra plans in our head. That if one plan is not working, then we can move to the next plan. So it is also known as alternative. It is also known as alternate planning or plan B. Contingency plan. So alternate planning or plan B. Because if one plan will not work, then you can go for another plan. Because they always work on as alternative course of action if things don't go as planned. So these are the contingency means some unforeseeable, predictable, unpredictable events which you have predicted that this will going to happen in future. So for that you are making plans, the contingent plans. It may happen, it may not happen. So that is why it is known as contingent. Because you're not 100% sure that in future the sales will go down. In future the product, your product will go, the demand of your product will go high in the market. You are just making assumptions, and that is called the contingency planning. So you're not 100% predictable, only then you make contingent plans. Now, next we have forecasting and types. So forecasting means making predictions for your future outcome. So whenever we do any business in our company, in our bank, we always predict for futures also. Because whatever things you are launching, whatever products you are making, whatever services you are offering to your consumers, it's not a one day service. It's for the lifetime. It's for the throughout the year. So that is why you need to analyze everything that in future this will work or not. Now, so forecasting, if we are doing for long term, medium term, short term. If it is for long term, it means you are making predictions for 5 years or more than that. So again, if you are making predictions for 5 years, so how much data you need? You need a lot of data, number of data from different sources. You have to invest more money in this. It's a time consuming process and you cannot based on numbers because numbers they will change, but you have to based on experience. You have to based on the judgment of big analysts. So 5 years R&D is more like plant location, product planning, and it is principally judgment based means qualitative. Now, medium term, it is for 1 season to 2 years means 1 to 2 years. So in this, the uh, both the factors are required, the qualitative plus quantitative, because you are planning for maximum 24 months. So in this, you can use numbers also and you can use the experience of the analyst also. And short term is for that is for less than 1 year. So in this, if you are focusing on numbers, if you're predicting with data with numbers, then it will give you the accurate result. But if you are predicting for long term period, then it will not give you the accurate result because numbers they do change. So for 1 year you can do the predictions in numbers, but not for more than that, not for more than 3 years or 4 years. So 1 year to one day to 1 year, less than 1 season. So like demand forecasting, then staffing levels, what how much you will do the sale, how much the customers will purchase your product, the inventory levels, the stock levels. So that is quantitative method. So remember, it is quantitative, qualitative, it is qualitative, and this is quantitative. Quantity plus. So first one is only qualitative. Second one is qualitative plus quantitative. And third one is quantitative. All right. Now, I hope this is clear to you. Okay. Next, we have various conditions for decision making. So if the companies, if the employees, they are making a decision, the managers, they are making decision for their company. So what they have to follow. So first, there are various conditions for decision making. The first is certainty. Certainty means if you are 100% sure that this will going to happen, you know that what exactly is going to happen in coming time. That means you are 100% certain of that. You know that my sale, it will increase by 10%. I have predicted that it will increase by 20%, but not 20%, then by 10% it will increase. This is 100% sure. So certainty is there. So if the decision maker, the one who is making decision knows exactly what is going to happen, it is a condition of certainty. You are 100% sure about this. Now, when risk will arise when there is insufficient information, you have got only half information, and your the decision maker is not 100% sure that this will going to happen. So in that case, the risk is associated with your decision. When information is not correct, information is half, no authenticity is there, then decisions is to be taken under the condition of risk. And uncertainty is what? Uncertainty is when you are not even 10% sure that your sale will go high or down. So that is uncertainty. When you are just making assumptions, when you are playing on assumptions. If these are right, then okay. If these are not correct, then still it's okay. So decision making is what? Actual selection of one course of action from different alternatives. So from different alternatives, whatever you have picked, and that will give you the exact result. That is certainty. That you are not sure that it will give you the exact result or not. The risk is associated with it. Might be you go down. That is risk. And uncertainty, that you don't know. You are just playing the game, that whether just playing the guesswork, just doing the guesswork. That is uncertainty. Now, next we have principles of decision making. So, three principles of decision making are there. The first is decision making principle of definition. That is, when you are making any kind of decision in management, so you are following the process also, you are using guidelines that managers will use to evaluate their options. So from different alternatives, when you are picking the best alternatives for your action, for your plan, for your strategy, that is called principle of decision making. Now this alternative, how you will select? You will select based both a logical and systematic approach. So you have to use your skills, you have to use your knowledge, you have to use your predictions, your numbers, then only you will make correct decision. Then principle of evidence. Evidence means what? The proof which you are having. So if you are making any decisions for your company, you have to make it on the basis of fact, on the basis of verifiable information, on the basis of data which you have collected from primary sources. Now, primary sources are, why it is primary sources are reliable and secondary sources are not reliable? Because primary sources means you yourself has visited everywhere, you yourself, your presence was your presence was there when you were collecting the data. But in secondary sources, because you have collected from published data, you have collected from magazines, you have collected from the documents, so that is not 100% reliable. So your decision should be based on fact, reliable information rather than the intuition, tradition, or personal preferences. Okay, you are saying that my intuition is saying that sales will go down. How sales will go down? Do you have any proof? Do you have any fact? Do you have any information? No, my intuition is saying. So don't just based on the intuition, don't just based on personal preferences. And identity means what? That is the managers, they have to listen everyone, the workers, the employees, everyone. But when the managers are taking decision, so they have to see who for what kind of decision the manager is taking and who is providing them those ideas, those different methods. So if the managers, they are having their reliable employees, then managers should at least listen one time their reliable employees. So it is important that you have to consider with an open mind. You have to take the viewpoints of your reliable employees rather than just focusing on your decision, on your methods. So before taking final decision, take the viewpoints of the people involved, the reliable people who can give you proper ideas, who can do proper brainstorming. All right. Now, unit number third, that is all about organizing. So we have seen in basics of management the fundamental things, the in planning how we will make different plans. While making the plan, what are the things we need to consider? Now, third is what? Organizing. So organizing means once you have made a proper plan, now it's high time that you have to organize all the activities which you have acquired, the resources, the work, the duty, the responsibility. You have to allocate, you have to distribute them effectively. That is what the organizing is. So as you can see in the picture, see all the puzzles, uh, they are adding to their places, means they have got the puzzle, now they are making the full picture. So you have got your resources, you know what is your work, you know what are your what duties are, what responsibilities are, and now how you will going to allocate those things to your employees. So that is what organizing is. Now, so once a plan has been created, a manager can begin to organize everything. So organizing involves assigning tasks, then grouping tasks into departments, delegating authority, and allocating resources. So this all the things it will be included in organizing. So it is the management function and it involves the assigning of tasks, grouping of activities, similar number of tasks, they are grouped together, and every activity is done in an effective manner. So process of organizing is what? These are in four steps. First, you will identify and divide the work. You will identify, okay, this work, this person will do better. This work, this person will do better. So you have identified the work. Now you will divide the work into a small task. So if you will assign the whole work, then it will be difficult for the people to do. But if you will divide the work into small tasks, then it becomes easy for everyone to understand. Then in step two, you will do departmentalization, means you will create similar type of groups. Okay, the product, all the items related to product will be kept under product department. All the items related to market will be kept under marketing department. That is departmentalization, means um, grouping similar task in one group. That is departmentalization. Now, step three is assigning of duty. Okay, after you have departmentalized, after you have made all the planning thing under planning department and under product, under marketing, now you will distribute one work to each individual. That is assignment of duty. And at last, your workers, your employees, how they will provide the reporting. Reporting, establishing reporting relationship means how you have to provide reporting, who will report to whom, and to whom you have to report. That is reporting relationship. Hierarchy. All right. Any doubt to anyone so far? Now, next is the principles of organizing. So, what this is important. In past also, two questions from principles of organizing. It already came. Now, principles of objective. Objective means what? That clear goals should be defined properly so that everyone knows what are the goals, what are the targets, how we can achieve these targets, and it helps to make a proper planning. And everyone will move in that direction only. That is principles of objective. Now, Specialization means the one who is caliber enough to handle that task. The manager should allocate that task to that person only. Like if I say that, okay, I'm good in handling the marketing aspect. Okay, my finance is not good. I can handle the people. I can handle the market department. I can do sales. I can do the sales promotion, the public promotion, everything. So I can handle this field better. So the manager will assign all the tasks related to marketing to me. Why manager would assign all the tasks related to finance to me? If the manager knows that I cannot tackle this well, I cannot handle this department well, I'm not good in finance. I'm not good in managing money. So, principle of specialization means work should be divided according to the skills, according to the knowledge of the person, so that they can perform their best, and no issue will arise in future. So, it will increase your efficiency also and improve the quality of work. Now, principles of coordination means that everyone should come together. They should do work in a coordinated manner. If anyone is having any difficulty, then one should help other. So it avoids the confusion and helps in achieving group goals. Authority means there should be one person who should have the right to give orders to the other people. So if you are having authority, then you will ask the people to perform their work well, and the one who is performing that will be having the responsibility. So authority should match the responsibility assigned to them. And the one who is having the responsibility will also have the accountability. This we will study later when we will do authority and responsibility topic. Now, responsibility means the one who has given the task, the one who is obligated to perform his or her duty, that is known as responsibility. So, responsibility cannot be transferred and must be accepted by the individual. See, authority, it can be transferred, but responsibility and accountability, it cannot be transferred. Now, span of control. Now, what is span of control? It means under one person, how many people are working? That is span of control. Like under this one person, six are working. Now under this, two more people are working. So it means this person is handling how many people? Eight number of people. So that is span of control. So manager should handle as many subordinates as the manager can handle effectively. Now, if there are too many people under one manager, so it will reduce the supervision quality. So, span of control means under one manager, how many people are working. Now, balance means there should be the proper balance between responsibilities, authorities, workload, the methods, the time, the rewards, everything should be balanced. Continuity means there should be no any kind of irregularities in the work. If you have decided to complete this work on time, then you have to work till your final goal has not been achieved. So work smoothly without unnecessary break. Breaks are important, but every time for unnecessary breaks, if employees are taking, that is not acceptable. Then principles of unity of direction. So unity of direction means that everyone should move in the same direction. If the manager has created the goal, this goal is in the right direction, so everyone should move in this right direction only. It's not that some people will move in the right, some will move upward, some will move down. No, in the right direction everyone has to move. So it avoids confusion and keeps everyone moving in one direction, because you have the goal. The goal of the company, if the company goal is one, then the managers, then employees, everyone will move towards that goal only. Now, unity of command, that one person should receive order from only one superior. Like if I am working on any work, on any goal, so I should receive order from only one person. It's not that too many person will sit on my head and they will give me orders. No, it is wrong. Otherwise, it will lead to distortion. It will lead to confusion. So one superior should give one orders. So an employee should receive orders from only one boss, not from two, three, four boss. Exception, I have told you principles of exception means management by exception. So managers should handle only major and or unusual problems, not on every problem, because routine works can be handled by their low level people. Now simplicity means the work should be divided into simple task so that it becomes easy to understand. Efficiency means maximum output should be given by the employee, how much efficient your employee is. Efficient means in less time, your employees are capable to do more and more work or not. That is known as efficient. And there is one word known as effective. Effective means no matter how much time you are taking, but you have to complete that work with full 100% accuracy. That is effectiveness. So efficiency, you have to complete the work in less time. Effectiveness, you have to complete the work with 100% accuracy. And scalar principle means a clear chain of command, that who will report to whom. Okay, this is the clear chain of command. Now, if this person wants to communicate with the top manager, so this person cannot directly go and communicate. This person will communicate to second one, second to third one, and then third to fourth one. So that is scalar chain. But yes, this scalar chain can be it can be breakdown in case of emergency and through gangplank. Okay, in only in case of emergency. So authority should flow in clear line from top to bottom. So authority will always flow from top to bottom and responsibility will always flow from bottom to top. Now, next we have types of organization. So we have different types of organization based on the nature of authority and its flow. Different types of organization are there. Centralized, decentralized, line, staff, functional, and committee. Now let's do centralized and decentralized. Now, if you will see the words here, it is written centralized. Means break the word, it will come central and it will come decentral. Now, central means what? Central means this is the point. This point is what? This point is known as central. Means there should be one manager at the center point who will give orders to the rest of the people. That is known as centralization. So, manager, the top manager should control all the activities as central point. And decentralization means when manager has distributed its work to different people. When manager has distributed to this one also, okay, to this one also, that is known as decentralization. Now, so as you can see, this is centralization. One authority lies with the central person, that is centralization, where the authority lies with different person, means it is being distributed, that is decentralization. All right, now, so this is the example of centralization and decentralization. In centralization, remember, the authority lies with only one person, that is at the central point, the top manager, and in decentralization, the authority is distributed, it is diversified to different people. Now, there's a difference between delegation and decentralization. Now, in delegation, you are distributing your powers. In delegation, you are distributing your work, your powers to the other people. But in decentralization, the authority is distributed. Anyone can take actions for anything. That is decentralization. Now, line and staff. So, see, line is old method of organization and line and staff is a new method of organization. Why new? Because many things are added in this line and staff. So it is the management structure that combines the traditional business. Now, line was the traditional and staff was the modern. So now traditional business has been combined with the modern industry export. Why? To make organization more flexible. So it is a combination of line organization plus functional organization. That is staff organization. Now, from this to this, these two lines are very important. Now, line executive retains control of the commanding role while staff members are limited. See, the line managers, they will have the control, they will have the power, they can give orders to the people. But the staff members, they are not allowed to give any kind of order. They will only give advice. They will only give suggestions. They are not allowed to give orders to other people. So that is the difference between line and staff. So line will retain the control and staff, they are limited to advisory roles. So as you can see, this is the line managers, managing director, production foreman, and in this the staffs are added. On the basis of different functions, the activities are grouped. So that is line and staff. Now, next we have functional organization. So functional organization, it is divided into different departments. It is divided into different heads on the basis of their expertise. The one who is caliber, the one who is the expertise in whichever field, that person would be allotted that job. Now, so such type of organization, it is common in large companies such as Amazon, Apple, and Starbucks. So this is your functional organization. A functional organization is divided into different functions. Like the CEO is there. Different departments are created: sales team, production, finance, and IT. Now in sales team, it is divided into different on the basis of different functions. The sales manager, the senior manager, the assistant manager, and staff. So similarly in production team, similarly in finance, and similarly in IT team. Any doubt to anyone so far? On YouTube, if you're having any doubt. Now, so see, there is one difference between functional and divisional. Okay, so it seems that both these terms are same, but no, there is difference between functional and divisional. So difference between functional and divisional are, now functional, it is divided on the basis of functions like marketing, finance, HR, and divisional structure is what? It is divided on the basis of product, on the basis of regions, on the basis of customer group, on the basis of location. This is divided on the basis of function. It is divided on the basis of different localities, customer group, target groups, okay, regions, or the age distribution, geographical distribution. That is the functions or department. It is product, regions, or customers. It functional structure. It has a specialized skill in each function, and in divisional, we are focusing on specific product or specific area. Like many different products are there. Now you are focusing on one brand, you are focusing on one product, that is divisional. And the entire product, the function, one function, the product function, it is under functional structure. Now, because functional structure, it is having the broader scope, so it is centralized at the top level and it is decentralized. It is less costly because no duplication of functions are there. And here, every activity is divided on the basis of different groups. So that is why more costly. Like separate department for sales, production, HR, and a company with separate units for mobile, TV, laptop. So here, the activity has been distributed in a large number. Here, activity is distributed but in a minimal number. Now, next is committee organization. So, what is committee organization now? Suppose in companies, when everyone is working, definitely there will be conflict. There will be, you can say, if your opinions are not matching, there will be clashes in your opinions, in your thought. Then, how to manage such conflict? So, for that, a committee is being formed. So, committee organization is what? It is a group of individuals who have come together to solve issues that are experienced by the organization. And in organization, a committee is formed to resolve all the conflict, to resolve all the issues which have been arrived. And this committee, it is formed, or this committee is formed only the expertise, only the experience level of people are included in this committee. So those who are having a large number of experience, they have worked in different departments, they have given their roles in different departments. So it refers to group of individuals who possess various forms of knowledge and who have been properly organized to address the challenges of the organization. So they can talk, they can discuss, they can find the reason, they can resolve all the issues. So committee organization is for that. So separate org, like if the finance in a finance department, the finance, all the heads of the all the people they are working in finance, they are having any kind of conflict. So finance committee will be formed for resolving the issues. If in any marketing department, if all the people they are working, they have any difficulties, they are not able to find the conclusion, not able to properly handle the problems, then for that marketing committee will be formed. So different for different functions, different departments, different committees will be formed. Now, next it is divided organization structure. Now, this was the types of organization. Okay, and now we have types of organization structure. Structure means that who will report to whom, who will come under whom, how they have to work. So these are broadly classified into formal and informal. So informal is also known as official organization structure, and in formal organization structure is known as official, and informal organization structure is known as unofficial and grapevine organization structure. Now, in formal organization structure, what it is a group of people with a set of rules, procedures that are decided. Now, in formal organization, because it is a official, so you have to follow everything in a formal way. There is no not any kind of you can say the things which you can follow by your own. So rules will be defined, proper regulations will be made, guidelines will be set, and every company, everyone, they have to follow these rules. So these rules are created deliberately, intentionally. They have constructed, and it gives a clear division of labor and power. Like it includes schools, churches, hospital, companies. So these are formal organization. Now, what are the characteristics? So rules are made. So rules are clearly defined. A written set of rules are there, and every employee, every company, they have to follow these rules. Division of labor. So in formal organization, a clear chain of command is that who will report whom. Member replacement. So if any members are replacing, that knowledge has to be provided to the top manager. If top manager is okay, then only the members will be replaced or they will be removed or transferred. So for formal organizations, they will have the system for that. Goal achievement, formal organizations, these are designed to help members, and it's a slow process. Slow process because it has to go through certain different areas. Why? Because rules are properly followed, procedures have to be maintained, methods have to be followed. So that is why it's a slow process. Now, all the things which we have studied in formal organization, just opposite to that, we have to study in informal organization. So, if formal organization is official, it is unofficial. If there is rules and regulations in formal organization, then there is no rules and regulation in informal organization. Now, informal organization, these are created spontaneously. Okay, spontaneously. These are not created intentionally. These are created spontaneously. This is made up of relationships. Like you are working in your bank, and next to you, one other person is working. Now you are having conversation, and from that conversation increased, you have become a good friend of each other. So that is a type of informal relations that have been developed in organization. So it is made up of the relationships, interactions, social norms. Now, what are the characteristics of informal? It is dynamic. So these, because if if you are seeing that you are not okay with that person, okay, 2 months, 3 months, you were having the good friendship, but after that, you don't want to talk with that person, so you can change it quickly. So that is, these can adapt to change quickly. There is a flat structure, no proper chain of command is there, no hierarchy is there. So you can even talk to your elder one, you can even talk to your younger ones. So there is no any proper hierarchy or structure. Informal relations are there, can exist between people at the same time at the same levels. Then spontaneous emergence. So informal organization, they can achieve spontaneously. No deliberate action is there. You are like, if you are visiting, if you are going bank, you have not any kind of thought in your mind that today I will make one new friend. No. If you are talking, if your opinions are matching, if your thoughts are matching, then definitely there will be the friendship. There will be the emergence of friendship. So that is, it is an spontaneous emergence, not a deliberate action. Now, if you are having any problem, and if you are having any issue, you are not able to complete your task, so the other person who is your friend, that person will help you. So it can improve your formal organization as well. So it can improve cohesiveness and loyalty. Can foster innovation. So group goals can be achieved quickly and efficiently. You can give different ideas. The other people will also give the ideas, and you can solve better problems. You can solve problems in a better manner. So you can require quick collaboration, quick teamwork would be there, and in group when you are working, you will achieve everything faster as compared to when you are performing solo or individual. Now, so in formal organization, it is known as open and overt. Informal, it is known as hidden and covert, and it is also known as grapevine. It is known as official, like goals and objectives, policies, JD, financial resources, authority. So all the things related to your company, related to your work, related to your job. Now, informal organization, it is your beliefs. So different person would have different beliefs. If your beliefs are matching, if your opinions are matching, then you will create a relation between attitudes, values, group norms. So these will come under informal organization. Any doubt? Any doubt to anyone? Now, let's move to the next. That is, so as you can see, this is the formal organization image. So you can see a clear chain of command is there. Now this is the top person. Under this, two persons will report. Under this two person, three-person here, three-person here. Then under this person, two more person. So you can see a clear chain of command is there. A deliberate action is there. But in informal, anyone is talking to anyone. This is talking to this. This is talking to this. So here, as you can see, this is in the form of grips. Have you seen grips? So these are just in the form of this. Whatever you will communicate, it will be spread in the form of rumor. So that is why it is known as grapevine in the shape of grips. Grapevine, a organization or communication. Now, next we have what that is organization charts and manuals. Now, so in organization, if any new member is joining, if any new person has joined the company now, how would that person know that who is working under see under which person, how many persons I have to report? Okay, if any issues are there, then we have to take help of which member, which employee. So how any new member, how any new person will know that? So first you will provide the induction programs to that person, the introduction program, and after providing the introduction program, you will show the chart. Now, what is chart? So organization chart is what it is instrument that tells all the information, that communicate all the information about the working relationship, that who are the managers, who are the employees, who are working at top level, who are working at middle, who are the labor class, who are working on field. So everything it will define you. So through this chart you would be easily um, you will easily check that okay, this is the person who is working under department head, under marketing head. This is the person who is working under this department, under that department. So with the proper chart, with the image, it is clear for you to understand that to whom you have to report and you are coming where. So it is a diagrammatic form that includes all the functions and how these functions are related to each other. So George Terry has defined organization chart as a diagrammatical form which shows important aspect of organization, their function, their relationship, their supervision, their channel of supervision, the authority, responsibility relationship, the planning control, everything. Who is in charge of which respective function. So organization charts, these are divided into two parts. One is master chart and second is supplementary. Now, master means the core chart. So this is the chart which will define everything of the organization. Means every minute, every detail of the company, it will define you. In supplementary chart, it will define you each and like every respective functions. It will define you. So it provides in-depth look at the linkages. Linkages means how the people are connected to each other, authorities, the responsibilities inside a particular department. Now, this is the overall approach. It will provide you the entire chart and this will provide you a particular department. So in that department, these are the persons who are working. Under this, these two are the sub people. So that is supplementary chart. Now, so organization charts are also divided into different types. Vertical or top down chart. So vertical chart is known as top down. So top down. Now horizontal chart is like this. So left to right. And this horizontal chart, it is in the same line. Now, circular chart is this one who anyone can communicate to anyone. So, circular form can be used to display a variety of jobs or functions that are inside the organization. So, as you can see, this is the vertical chart. So, in vertical, who is reporting to whom and who will come under whom. That is vertical top down. And this is your horizontal chart. So, like CMO is their chief marketing officer. Now, under CMO, we have one head of department, head of marketing, and in head of marketing, two more people will work. Then CEO, operations associate, operation analyst. Then chief technical officer, so product manager. Under CTO, product manager and head developer will work. Under product manager, designer will work. And chief financial officer, the accountant will work. So this is horizontal, moving from left to right, and this from top to bottom. This from left to right. And this is the circular chart. So circular chart includes the hierarchy levels also and departments also. Now these are what? These are the departments. Okay, the one, two, three, four. Now under this department we have three hierarchies. As you can see, wait, let me. Okay, this is the one hierarchy, this is second hierarchy, and this is third hierarchy. So as you can see in this department, this green one, anyone can report to anyone because this is one department, and in this department, these are the people working. This is the levels, and these are your four departments. Okay, three hierarchy levels. So that is your circular chart. Anyone can communicate to any person. Now, next we have organization manual. Now, organization manual is what? If you have seen whenever any new gadgets you have received or whenever you have received any new item, in every item you will see a manual. Now, what is that manual? Manual basically tells you that how you have to use this item. Okay, what are the things that are associated this item? What are the things you have to take care when you are using this machine or when you are making any item in this machine? So that is the manual. So simply in organization also we have manual, and that manual will describe you different policies, different ways, different rules, regulations, how people they have to work under which department is the head of which different functions. So that is organization manual. So now we have policy manual. So it includes the overall rules, principles, and guidelines for how things should be done. That policies on leave. What is the leave policy in your office? So in your office, only 6 casual leave are there and 10 medical leave are there. So this is your policy. What is the policy of promotion? So when the performance appraisal is done, so our company provides 10% of promotion or 20% hike. So what are the policies? And these policies, they are not always same in every company. The policies, they are different. The internal policies, they are always different in every company. Then operational means what? Wherever you will see this word operational, it means your day-to-day activities, day-to-day work or day-to-day activities. So operational manual means how you are doing your day-to-day activities, how you are handling your sales, how you are handling your customers complaint, how you are handling your machines, your labors, your tools, everything. So step by step process. Then organization manual means it shows the structure of the organization, the roles, what are the responsibilities, the reporting relationship, that who will report to whom, department function. And rules and regulation means these are the rules that it is mandatory for everyone to follow. These are the regulations made by the Companies Act that we have to follow. Like office timings. So office timing is 10 to 6. So in between this, you cannot go out for anything. The dress code, the safety. So these are your rules and regulations that every company they have. Now, next we have types of organization culture. So, in organization, if people are working, definitely they will make a culture, they will create a culture. So, now what is type of culture? And in that culture, the managers they are also responsible. So, if managers want, they can make the culture healthy. If managers wishes, they can make the culture toxic. So we have clan culture, adocracy culture, hierarchy culture, and market culture. Now, so clan and hierarchy, these are internal, and adocracy and market, these are external. So they focus on external elements more. Now, clan culture is just like when you are working in a team, when you participate in all the matters of the company, when you just work as you feel that you're working, you are with your family. That is clan culture. Now, adocracy means when you want to take the challenges, when you are taking more and more risk in your company, just to show everyone that how much risk taker I am, how I can handle the challenging task and all this. So that is adocracy. Now, hierarchy is what when there is a clear chain of command mentioned, and you cannot break this change. There is proper control from the top leader, and the middle people they have to implement all the policies, they have to follow what their top level managers have said. So it is proper structured, a control and efficiency is there. And market means who are your competitors, how you are seeing your competitors, what is your competitive advantage, what is your result from your competitors. So are your competitors healthy from you, or you are making more good and healthy products from your competitor has made. So how much customer driven you are, how much customer focused products you are making. So that is all about these two are external. Now, so four types of organization culture. So clan culture, it is collaborative. It focus internal, that is startups, the family business. The adocracy means creative. You are doing new things. You are doing challenging tasks. So in R&D firms, more and more research is needed. More and more uh, time consumption is there. Tech companies. Now, market culture like Amazon, PepsiCo, external focus, it is how much competitive, how much stability the market is having, how much control you can make it. And hierarchy culture, it is what? It is well controlled, that is internal focus. So, banks, government agencies, so this will come under hierarchy structure. So, in all these, the formal organization is followed most. Done. Now, next we have that is authority and responsibility. Now, both are important topic. What is authority? Authority means right to give orders. Right to give orders. That is authority. And responsibility means obligation to perform the duty. Right to give orders. This is authority. And obligation to perform duties or task. That is your responsibility. So remember, right to give orders, authority, it will always flow from top to bottom, and responsibilities will always flow from bottom to top, bottom to top, and top to bottom. So authority refers to the formal institutional legal power that is successfully carried out the responsibilities one has the position. A subordinate duty is known as responsibility means, and it is delegated by his superior. So superior will provide you responsibility. Superior will distribute the task to you, and you have the right to perform that task. So now you will become the subordinate. So superior will give orders to subordinate. Superior or your supervisor, you can say. So subordinate will always work as responsibility. Now, so what are the relation between authority and responsibility? Now, authority means right or power to make decisions, to give orders, and it comes from the formal position. Formal position means by virtue of position. By virtue of position. You are at the top level. You are at the top level. Now, this position is giving you the right that you can become the authoritative. You can give orders to your rest of the people. So it always comes from the formal position within an organization or system. Now, responsibility is what? It is the obligation to perform the duties and tasks that is provided by the one who has the authority. And whenever responsibility is coming, so with responsibility, the accountability will also come. Suppose let's take an example. Okay, let's take an example. I have given you that you have to complete 10 files today. Okay, this is the manager. Now manager has given to its employee that you have to complete 10 files today at the EOD at the end of day. Now this is manager is giving what? Manager is giving authority to whom? To this person, and this person would be responsible. This person would have to perform the function of responsibility. Now, after the at the end of the day, when this person has completed only 8 files, now who is accountable? The manager will going to ask from this person only that I have given you the authority that you have to complete 10 files. You have only completed 8 files. Now, where are the rest of your 2 files? So, who is accountable? So, in this case, this person is the accountable. So, accountable means what? The things which you have done or which you have not done, you have to say that thing. That is accountable. Means you have to speak about your actions. That is accountable. So responsibility is the obligation to perform any duty, and it also includes accountability. Now, it is possible to delegate authority. If I want, okay, I suppose I'm not available in the company. So I can provide this, I can say that, okay, you have to get these files done by this person. So I can delegate my authority to other person for one day, for 2 day. But responsibility and accountability is not delegated. The person who is responsible, that person has to perform that work. Authority always comes from one's position in a hierarchy, like the top person will always have the authority. And responsibility is often assigned or delegated by someone with authority. And the one who has the authority, the person will give the orders, the responsibility to next level person. Like a project leader might be given responsibility to complete a project, but they need the authority to make decisions and access resources to do. So the one who is provided authority, that person will give responsibility to the other people, but who is having the responsibility will have to you can say account will have to provide accountability to whom? To the authority. So that is what written. So project leader might be given the responsibility to complete the project, but that project leader need authority to make decision, because ultimate decision would be taken by the one who is having the authority. So these are the difference between authority and responsibility. So remember that you can delegate, authority can be delegated, but responsibility and accountability cannot be delegated. It cannot be delegated. All right, now, so for this, we have different sources of authority: legitimate authority, coercive, expert, reward, and a referent. Now, what is legitimate? Legitimate comes from the position. Like the top manager is sitting on his chair, so that chair is giving the authority. That chair is giving the right. So that is, it comes from the official position or role, like teacher, manager. Now, coercive means what? If you have a fair, okay, boss has scared you that if you will not complete this task, then I will deduct 20% from your salary. So it means what? From that fear, if you are completing the work, that is called coercive. So power to punish or create fear, that is strict boss. Now, second is expert. Expert means if any expert person, the HR has said that, okay, you have to complete this work. Now, if you are taking from any expert person, okay, you are taking the knowledges, you are acquiring skills and knowledge from that person. So that will give you the expert authority. So you are taking the help from that expert person, that is expert authority. So special knowledge or skills, doctor or scientist. Now, reward means what? Ability to give rewards, like HR will say that if you will complete this work, you will be rewarded. If you will not do this work, you will be punished. So the HR is getting what? HR is getting a reward authority. So work is done, reward is given, work is not done, punishment is there. So manager giving bonuses. That is what? That is manager has that authority to give reward. HR has that authority to give rewards to their employees. And referent means reference authority, we can say. So if you admire any person, like if you use if you anyone is idol, or if you follow the traits of that person, like if you follow the traits of our prime minister, if you follow the traits of Mahatma Gandhi, so that is what? That is the referent power, that I follow his traits, I follow what his personality was. So that is referent. So personal respect you are giving to that person, you are giving you tribute to that person, so that is known as referent authority. Now, next is what? Next is organizational change. Very, very important topic. Now, I have told you in change management, if any kind of changes the manager needs, the company needs, now first you have to inform that change to your employees, because ultimately your employees will going to work in the company. They will bring money in your company. They will generate revenue in your company. So if managers are demanding any change, they are requesting any change, so first they have to request from their employees. So organizational changes are what? Are those that have a significant impact on organization as whole. It means if, see, market is dynamic, and by seeing that dynamic in the market, you need to bring changes in your company also. And if you are bringing changes in your company, first you need to inform to your employees. First, you need to make your employees ready. So there are some employees who will say, okay, we will do this change, but there are some employees who will resist such kind of change. So that is, you have to make them prepare. So major shift to personal company goals, all these will come under organizational change. So changes could be made in the organization structure. So there are three primary categories of change. Developmental changes, if you are making changes for the development of your company. Transition, if you are completely making the new business model, if you are completely transforming the changes. And transformational, that is a new level of a new type of business you are creating. So transition means when you are making changes gradually, and transformational means you are making changes at a time. Now, so we have different approaches to change management. Now, these are some of the approaches and most important. Definitely, you will see one question from change management, one or two questions. Now, first is Levin's change management model. Now, what is Levin's? So, full name is Kurt Lewins. Kurt Lewins, he was a American psychologist, and he was a forerunner in organizational development. He is also known as the founder of social psychology. So how you can play with the minds of the people, that is, he has founded this theory, social psychology. Now, so Levin has said that if we are bringing any changes, we have to bring in three stages. First is unfreeze, second is change, and third is refreeze. Now, unfreeze means first we have to make the employees ready for the change. We have to prepare a desired change. Now you have to unfreeze. Suppose let's take an example. Okay, you have a ice tray in your refrigerator, in your freezer. Now you have the ice tray of square cubes. If you want to change this ice cube in some other shape, now what you will do? And you have this much water only. Let's assume it you have only this much water. Now, first what you will do? First you will take out the ice tray from the freezer, and you will unfreeze that. You will wait for the period when it will change from solid to liquid form. Now, when it has changed from solid to liquid form, now you will pour all this water into the new ice tray, where the circle shaped ice tray. So this is what? This is the ultimate change you have made. And now you will put this ice tray in the freezer to get the refreeze again. So this is what? This is your living stage management. So similar to this, we will change our employees also. First, we have to make employees ready for the desired change. Once they are prepared, they are unfreeze. Then we have to bring the changes in the company, that is implement the desired change. And when it's already changed, now we have to make a habit for this that new change. We have to solidify this and adopt the desired change, that is, you have to refreeze it. All right. Now, second is what? Second is McKinsey 7S model. Now, McKinsey 7S model, it basically tells about the organizational design, how we can bring effectiveness in our organization, how we can achieve our goals with the help of 7S factors. Now, what are these 7S factors elements? So, these are structure, strategy, skill, system, shared value, style, and staff. Now, so these are your 7S. And among these 7S, there are some hard and soft element. Now, these are your hard elements: strategy, structure, and system. And your soft elements are shared values, skills, style, and stuff. Now, strategy means what are the plans you are making? It transforms the organization from present to new position. Structure, what is the structure pattern of your company, and what are the different process and things which you are using in your company, that is system. Now, soft elements are your shared values, so your values, your culture, your moral values, your ethics, your code of conduct, that is shared values. So these are the core values of the organization. So these are built over time, and top management is responsible for making these values more enhanced so that every employee should follow your organizational values. Then skills. So how much skilled laborers the company is having, what style the company has adopted, the leadership style. The company's manager is very strict. The company's manager is very lenient. The company's manager is very flexible. The company's manager is very much you can say they that always do changes in the company, not happy with only with one method or one you can say way, that is style. And staff means that is, do you have your talent management, do you have your workforce that can bring potential, that has the potential to bring more and more growth into the company or not. So these are your soft elements. Now, next we have, okay, this one done. Next is Cotter's change management principle. Now, what does the Cotter has said? Cotter has said that any changes can be made with the help of following these 8 steps. Now, first step is that you have to create urgency, means you have to inform your people, you have to make your people feel that no, this change is important, this change is mandatory. If we will not bring changes, then our organization will not going to grow, we will always left behind. So tell people why change is important. If we don't change, we may fall behind. And after creating urgency, you have to build a team. You have to collect your uh, right people. You have to make a team. You have to work together, and you have to guide and provide supports to them. Then make a clear vision. So you have to define a clear vision, and you have to make this vision clear in front of your employees that we want to be the best in customer service. So create a simple goal or idea that shows where you want to go. Then share the vision. So communicate this vision among all the people, not only one or two people. If you are bringing changes, then it's your responsibility that you have to communicate clearly. So in communication with 7C, so it should be clear, crisp, concise, in a simple, clear words. Now remove obstacles. So those who are creating disturbance in your company, okay, those who are deliberately uh, making disturbances in your company, so you have to ignore those people. So fix problems and make your people understand that if we will make these changes, if we will follow these new things, then how much more growth we can make our company. So give training if someone doesn't know how to work with new things. Provide them additional training. Then quick wins. So give them small success. So show small improvements, finish a small project and celebrate it so that the employees may also feel that yes, we can bring the changes. They may feel more confident and motivated to do more. Then keep going, don't stop. If you are if you have already done your 4 5 early projects, then don't stop. After success, keep improving. Okay, bring new ideas, bring new changes in the company. and you have to follow your actions, you have to follow your steps in a very you can in a very proper manner, that whatever you have thought, the rigidness should be there. Not every time you can become the flexible. If you have thought that yes, these are the things we have to make, we have to bring changes in the company, then you have to follow such ideas. So include the new way of working in every day. So make it stick means make the change permanent. If you have made anything change, then that change should be solidified. You have to make it permanent for a few years. So these are the Cotto's 8 steps of change. Now, next is nudge theory. Now, nudge theory, what it says that in order to bring the huge changes, vast changes in your company, just push your employees a little bit. So daily, if you will push your employees, if you will push forward your employees to a new change, then next day new change, then only they will be confident enough to handle such changes. So nudge theory, it is a concept in behavioral economics which says that small suggestions or changes in the environment can influence people behavior. So nudge means what? A gentle and gradual push to make better choices. So essence of this principle consists in gently nudging and pushing someone. So you don't have to bring entire change at a once. You have to gradually push the person to follow such kind of changes. Now, next is bridges transition model. Now, transition means how you are forgetting your old method of business and you are following your new methods of business. So, explains how people emotionally deal with change. You only tell me if you are okay with any work you are doing every day. Okay, if you are such sort of person that you like the one work, okay, you don't want any creativity or innovations, so you are happy in that work. If suddenly that work has been changed, then what will happen? You will be demotivated, you will be dissatisfied. So change not only brings the organization change, brings the impact in your internal culture, but it also focuses on the inner emotional journey, not just the change itself. So it says that change is external, but transition is internal. You can bring the changes that everyone can follow, okay, through the time. But transition is internal. It is about how people they are forgetting their old methods and how people they are accepting the new one. So 3 stages of transition are given. First is ending, losing, letting go. First, you will end the old methods. Then you will have a fear in your mind that I have already not following my old pattern. Now I'm at a position where I am very neutral. Means neither I'm doing the old work nor I have followed the new methods. And then you are letting go. So people will fear anger or sadness about the old ways behind, how they are leaving their old methods of doing business. Now, after that, when they have left their old methods, now the individual would be in a neutral zone where individual know nothing, they are uncomfortable, they are confused, they will always have a thought in mind that how I can follow new methods, how I will accept this kind of change and the new beginning. So now the people will accept the change. They will start feeling hopeful. 2 days, 3 days, 1 month, it will take time. Then the people will again, they will become energetic and they will be committed to their new way. So that is the bridges transition model. Now, next we have ETCAR model. So, full form is important. ETCAR means first you have to create the awareness in your employees, so announce the change that you want to bring in the company. You have to explain the reason why you want to bring such changes. What would be the after effect when these changes would be practically applied? What was the effect previously? So you have to differentiate between these two, given employees opportunity to ask the questions and making suggestions. Then after that, desire. So you have to desire means if you have to explain your desire to your employees, that why do you want such change. If your employees are not happy, if they are resisting to change, then you have to prove them, you have to show them how the change will benefit the company, how will the change will benefit the employees. Then if your employees are not caliber enough, if they don't have a high level of knowledge to follow new changes, to accept new changes, then it's the duty of the companies to provide regular training, to provide mentorship, to provide coaching, so that the employees may feel confident and they can work for the better tomorrow. And ability means monitor performance immediately. So if your employees they are working on new things, on new technology, on new methods, then you have to monitor all the activities step by step. And you also have to take the feedback from their employees. Are they happy in this new type of situation, or they want something else? And reinforcement means use positive feedback, rewards, and recognition. So you will always say that if you will do better in this, then we will give you rewards. So that reward will create the motivation among employees. When your desired, when your outcomes, when your everything is fulfilled, and you will get the proper outcome which you have decided, which the company has decided. So this is a car model. Clear? Now, then we have Kubler-Ross five-stage model. Now, Kubler-Ross has given the stage in total five stages. Kubler-Ross model has said that first, the people they will try to show your anger that why you are making such changes. We are okay. We are happy with the old methods. We are happy with this. We don't want any kind of change. So it is known as Kubler-Ross change curve, and it describes how people deal with change and loss. So first they will try to deny, they will use a defensive mechanism to deflect the change. They will do different things in the company so that the manager will say, okay, let's not do any kind of changes, let's follow the old pattern only. If not, then the employees they will show their anger to the managers. People will feel anger or when they realize that change is happening. Then if from anger also the manager is not getting convinced, then the employees they will try to convince the manager by asking them, okay, by convincing them. If not, then ultimately the people will become depressed. They will lose all hope, that they will think that now we cannot do anything. If we want to live, if we want to work in this company, then we have to follow the new trends, or else we can leave the company. We have only two options. So at last, they have no other option, just they have to accept the new changes. So now people will come to terms with the change. So this is five step: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Now, next is the conflict model. So yes, with this, what happens if there is change management? So there are high chance, there are 70-80% chance that in every company the conflict may going to arise. So either the conflict is between manager to supervisors, or between supervisors to supervisors, means employees to employees. Now, how to resolve this conflict? So for resolving this conflict, Thomas Kilman has given conflict model. Now you can resolve the conflict either competing, either you can compete, you can fight it against the person, or you can collaborate it with the managers that yes, okay, what you will say that we will going to follow. We are not fighting, we are not having any kind of conflict. Either you will compromise, compromise means both manager and employees will compromise 50-50%. Either you will going to avoid, you will leave the company, or you will say that okay, if you want to fire me, okay, do fire, but I'll not accept such kind of change. Or accommodating means okay, let's do it in your way. What you are saying, what the managers are saying, let's follow that. And in collaborating, you have accepted that change. Here you have not you are not 100%, you are not accepting, but just for the sake of the company, you are saying that okay, let's follow what you are saying. So in competing means you are fighting for fulfilling your wishes. So here assertiveness is high and cooperation is very low. In collaborating, because you are okay, you have accepted everything, so now cooperation is high and high assertiveness is also there. Compromising, because both are compromising 50-50, so assertiveness and cooperation would be medium. Now in avoiding, because you are avoiding, so either neither you are cooperating nor you are very assertive, so both are low. and accommodating because you are fulfilling the wish of another person at the expense of your own wish. So that is assertiveness is low and you have cooperated very much. So high cooperation, low assertiveness. So this is what you're all about, Thomas Kilman conflict model. And with this, we have completed our 3 units so far. Any doubt to anyone? And tomorrow at the same time at 7 p.m. in the evening, so we will again we will do 4 units. We will complete 4 or 5 units tomorrow. Okay, not 5 units. We will do 4 units. So we will complete module A and we will start the first unit of module B as well. All right. Any doubt to anyone so far? Any queries? Any questions? And one request from you all that if you feel sessions are helpful, then please give me the rating. And about the, you can give me the feedback also. And those who are watching this session on YouTube, if you feel sessions are helpful, then do like the session. And don't forget to subscribe the channel because a lot of more content will be there. And tomorrow in the morning at 8 a.m. So I'm bringing marathon session on module A. So we have done few topics. So now we will do approx 40 questions in tomorrow's session. So timing will be 8 a.m. onwards. All right. So let's meet tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. for our capsule batch and for YouTube marathon session at 8 a.m. in the morning. So don't forget to join both the sessions. So I have already shared the schedule in my 7 days study plan. So you can watch that session and you will get the understanding that which day we are having which marathon sessions. Okay, sure. So bye bye everyone. Take good care of yourselves. Let's meet tomorrow at 8 a.m. in the morning and 7 p.m. in the evening for our lecture number 2. Okay, bye bye everyone.